Just a bunch of tiny
don't know
geckos
you.
dressed up in.
Yes.
They're just dressed up in Roman armor. They're black.
Gecko Roman. I'm just picturing geckos with like the golden Roman leaves like
That's
over
what I'm saying.
their eyes.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
Yeah.
guy codes.
Yeah, then
two
you get
of the
little
guy
chivalry
codes.
ones. You get one with the gold helmet and the red fucking
Plumes.
Yeah, the plumes. And you get the full little gold armor chest. And he's
Straight up Centurion level.
All right, that's it. I am.
They don't actually use their arms
Gecko Roman.
to submission. They use their tongues.
You could save 15% or more on bloodshed.
Jesus Christ. All right, cats, we're doing it. We're gonna hop into the game. So let's do a quick recap. That means if you're playing a game like League, Ronald, if that's you, or Skyrim, no comment.
No, I'm good.
I'll stop playing Mortal Kombat.
I know. In olive oil, though, do you eat them afterward?
I like Nico Roman. More cackerels.
All right.
Scorch the earth. Leave it behind. We're done here.
Sometimes you gotta do just a little more than trimming the hedges, man. All right, cats. No pun intended. Let's discuss what happened last time. This isn't gonna take a whole lot here because well, most of us know what happened.
We figured out Xander's bugbear. We went through a room that was essentially the shitter. Literally.
Yeah, it's like crystallized purple shit.
And it
giant
was
piles
so
of shit,
effective.
giant pools of piss. We were gonna go upstairs, and then we said, "Nah, fuck that." Xander went to go a different way, so we double backed. We went through a different room that was it was knee high. Right? No, it was chest high green water, right?
It was like waist, I think.
Yeah, it was waist high. To me, it was like at my knees almost.
Yeah, like waist high green water that we went into, and we. Xander went in first, got grabbed by an abomination.
Whoa,
we dealt with that.
No.
Blood, White Eye.
White Eye.
Yeah, White Eye.
White Eye went first because he was gonna go be our scout. He disappeared after that. Xander went second, got grabbed. We killed the thing that grabbed him. We went on our way, and then we got into a bigger room with.
What was it that you fought? I'm
enemies?
curious.
An abomination. It was
Basically just an amalgamation of different zombie parts or corpse parts that became a zombie somehow or
Flesh
another.
pound. The flesh pound.
It was totally a flesh pound. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. Except it wasn't. Keep going.
Then we went into a more open room and we fought like 12 enemies in a harpy.
Was not
Something like that.
quite a harpy.
It was
Yeah,
12
it
in
was-
a flying lightning shooter.
I think it was 8. Oh god, they're not Slod.
Fishman, Gilman.
Kuatoa, right?
Kuatoa, that's correct.
Like 8
Kuatoa.
Kuatoa and a harpy with a a flying harpy with a bow. Let's see. I really went ahead
Listen,
and
let's
broke
not
the table.
assume she's a harpy. Let's just call her bitch with wings. Let's go with that.
I threw my body at them. Sniper threw his body at them. Ronald.
I
shot
threw my
them.
spells at them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Inny made sure that we didn't die a painful death.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And Sakata at one point or another ended up face down in the water,
Yeah,
passed out.
I was just swimming. Like when you go to a pool and you just want to lay down on your stomach, but you really shouldn't.
With your face in the water,
That way you really
your
shouldn't.
limbs limped.
Yeah, I was.
It really makes the lifeguard
Sakata really
think you're
needed
dead.
to take.
Yeah, exactly. I was just
Sakata
trying
really
to get
needed
a
to take a
sense of.
nap.
I was getting a sense of urgency for the party.
As a lifeguard, I'm curious how did you handle that? Because I know and you know that kids did that, Will. So like, how do you handle that? Do you just fucking do you have rocks that you pelt them with from from the lifeguard?
No, fuck up, kid.
I fucking wish.
He's just
but
got like a blowgun. It's like, get up!
Mostly protocol is you whistle at them / get. Usually they're not alone when they do it. So if there's some of their friends that are nearby that are like above water, you tell them like, hey, get that shitter up. Like, get him up with the water. I don't want to have to fucking dive in.
Oh, that's perfect. There's
Shoot
12
the drill
kids,
on syringe.
all floating back up, belly down in the water, and you're like, God damn it! I'm gonna elbow drop every one of them. It's like bobbing for nerds as you jump out, fucking like people's elbow style.
No. He waits for him to go ahead and start floating by, and then he moonsaults off his stand.
That would be intense, man. A blowgun with knockout darts.
I did
yes.
do some diving in at one point in my life, but I don't know if I could do a moonsault off of a lifeguard stand. Might be a little tricky.
But
I would be
Still
I would be
fool you.
the worst lifeguard. I would blow the whistle and everyone would move and I'd jump off and like strike out with my lifeguard like fucking red floaty thing in a way that would just strike them like stop being stupid. And, like I would write stupid stick on it every time.
Bub comes down like he's holding a cleaver or a claymore in his hands.
Yeah, man.
See, but like
Full strength, straight down onto the kid.
the real shitter kids, you know, like if they do actually get in a situation where you need to pull them out and perform CPR, you get the satisfaction of breaking the ribs anyway, so like kind of balances out.
Ah.
Nothing says
But-
job well done like a cracked sternum.
Yeah,
You're like-
you're doing the right thing.
I could just see it now, like David, it says here that you broke his ribs when you were trying to perform CPR. That is correct.
Yeah, but he's
I did in
breathing
fact.
now, ain't he?
Right, but why did you continue on to break his pelvis and both of his femurs? Because he was being a shit about it and he wouldn't breathe.
Yeah, but you broke every one of his ribs.
God, I do not envy you, dude. Like lifeguarding at a pool is enough. At a water park, Jesus.
Well, luckily, Sakata was only down for like 40 seconds, which is,
Yeah.
long enough to drown most people, but he's a hero, right?
I'm fine. I
Yeah.
got one capacity to spare. And
Yeah,
he came
we
over
found
and,
out the hard way that when it comes to Sakata, you can't kill retards.
Yeah, it's
You
a lot harder to drown. me.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
I got
man,
real
not
used
with,
to it when I was a baby.
not with that flotation device that he calls an empty-ass head. He just stays afloat the entire time.
So
Oh.
and he came over after that and brought me back to life with CPR and hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And
All right.
we-
In hindsight, what I think I should have done was put a straw into his lung and then just held him upright with his mouth open, and it would all the water would have just funneled out.
Impromptu intubation. That's how that works.
Yeah.
So yeah, after we managed to go ahead and, be the flurry of bros, defeat the enemies, we're investigating this rather large, evil as fuck statue,
Yeah.
and while we're kind of walking around it, we're like, okay, yeah, this needs to come down, and well, something happened, and from there, I'm going to leave it to Horam.
I had a flashback, and then I promptly decided that I was just gonna go home and never stay in this cave ever again.
If you guys actually take a look, the border on the map itself, there is a mind flayer head, and its placement on the statue right now is actually pretty great. I don't know why I found that funny, but like I've been making it move up and down, kind of like the head's moving the entire time. All right, yes. So yes, you did in fact find this enormous statue. Who is the statue of?
Blue Dual Poop.
Blib Dual Poop. That's right. Who is Blib Dual Poop?
The
All
sea
Abdul
mother.
backwards.
It is not Paul Abdul backwards. But yeah, it very
Sea
very well
Mother.
could be. It is the Sea Mother. That's true.
Yeah, apparently the
she-
deity of my couriers.
I was gonna say she's the one who I guess who can bestow were shark lycanthropy on people, correct?
Like
as a kid.
yes. Maybe that's a thing. What else do you know, Horam? I know that you've got a little more study under your belt regarding the deity. He's like, yeah, I've slept since then. I don't remember. Thank you. She's a bitch. All right, that's good.
about
What
it.
else can you guys tell me about the statue?
It was draining.
It provokes non-flashbacks.
Non-flashbacks. That
Yeah,
doesn't
from-
sound healthy.
No, it wasn't. I was like, hey, this is all of the bad things that have happened to the people
I
that
do
live
know-
by the ocean.
I
It's
do know
all
that
the
this
animals
entire
were
statue-
pulled in.
Is made out of mithril, and it's going to be worth a lot of money once we start toting it up there. Toting it back upstairs. It is coming down.
All right.
But
Okay.
before we do that,
I say we
I,
elect for Jerrod and Klaus to hold it up, because they both are the strongest members of the party right now.
yeah, I'm okay with that. We're gonna carry it as a whole.
Okay, so you guys intend to carry the 80-foot statue of an evil deity that the moment you touch it, it gives you evil flashbacks. Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah,
Put it under
yeah.
arm.
Sniper and Red were gonna do it. I mean, Sniper and Will. Sorry.
Hey,
Okay, what is this?
To be fair, it didn't affect me a bit, and I plan to go ahead and break it.
What is the statue
But
made of?
before we do,
Oh, the statue's made of mithril.
It is, in fact. It's made of mithril. Why is mithril valuable to you?
Because it costs a lot more money than normal steel.
Yes, mithril has very unique properties that cannot be attained through your typical process of producing steel or iron weapons. So, you have intentions of carting this mammoth of a statue back topside.
in pieces.
Well,
In
truth told,
pieces.
I'd like to go ahead and like just break off a claw and tote it back up and see if I can't get some armor made out of it, or if not that, sell it because I'm broke as fuck, bro.
I mean, we could just sell it all and then buy more armor.
Okay, all right. You know, what's worse that could happen? You find a giant evil statue of an evil deity. When you touch it, you get non-flashbacks, and you plan to break off its arm and carry it up and make armor out of it. Yeah, that's... What's the worst that could happen? This
What
is fine.
could possibly go wrong, right?
This is fine. Okay, all right. So what happens
I'm
next?
super stoked on this idea.
What happens next?
Well, I was deciding whether we should do it or not, and then I went to this door because Sniper's like, "Hey, there's 2 doors over here," and I'm like, "Okay." And so he walks up to one door, and he's like, "Oh, it's locked, can't get in." And so I went over to the other door, and it was partially open.
Okay.
And so I opened the door, and it was abyss. And so I was like, "This shit's a little weird. I can't see, and I've got dark vision." And when I said that, it was more like, "Hey, I can't see, and I can usually see in the dark." And I was like, "Hey," and I turned to Sakata, and I was like, "You want to come over and check this out?" And that's when shit went south. And by south, I mean into the water. That was, I wasn't aware it was there.
I went to go see him, and I turned around and I saw a bunch of ghostly hands just like...
No, that's close. That's close, but that's not exactly what happened. There wasn't a bunch of ghostly hands. It was one enormous hand. One gigantic hand. This slimy, lecherous hand reaches out and wraps its very wet, tendrilled, webbed hand around his head and pulls him in. My father always told me, if you push the head, the body will follow. And in this case, Horam ragdolled into the darkness.
If you pull the head, the body will follow. Works
Yes,
both ways, go figure.
it does, in fact.
Sadly. I mean, gladly, actually.
So
All
we
I can
will...
say-
Pulling my head and
all
my
I-
body staying there. That would have sucked.
All I can say is phrasing.
Well, yeah, I mean, that too.
Yeah.
That too. So, next week, I'm pushing for us to have an updated overlay with everything that will be important, and in the coming weeks, we will have a brand new overlay, something for the following chapter, because we are mere pages out from Chapter 5, The Demon Scar Legacy. Yeah, well, that's not foreboding at all. The Demon Scar Legacy.
Not in the least.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're going to meet my mother again.
Yeah. There's, I think this is a bit of a longer chapter, too. It's looking to be that way. Ooh, look, that's a ghost.
Are you
That's
allowed
cool.
to tell us how many chapters there are? Or is it for you to
12.
tell us to find out? Okay.
There are 12
So we're
chapters.
Almost halfway there.
Some of them are, like, this is, I'll be honest, this one is a shorter chapter. This is a shorter chapter. But some of them, like, Chapter 1 was very long. Chapter 1 was like 40 of your guys' sessions. But that being said, oh yeah, Chapter 5 looks real
That
long.
plus the bamboo event that wasn't in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chapter 5 is looking to be a large portion of the game. But that's fine. That is in fact fine. So, and we commence. We left off with him being pulled in. As you had turned to see him here, Sakata, you look to see his body getting pulled into the darkness beyond.
Let's get down to the abyss.
Yeah, I'd turn to Jerrod and say, "Hey, Jerrod, can you come over here? Just real quick. Just, come here.
Yeah, and if I remember right, we heard the door slam behind him, right?
Yes, the door did in fact slam. So Horam, what I would like to describe to you here, before you yell down to your newfound allies, Horam, the moment that your body is pulled into this darkness, it seems as if the air is immediately removed from this as well. But you weren't pulled downward, you were pulled horizontally into the room. Like you were parallel with the floor, which is very eerie to you, because the moment that your head is pulled into this darkness, your body is also surrounded with water. You feel the weight of your body begin to shift because you are, in fact, underwater.
So that's interesting.
That is interesting, in fact.
A wall of water.
That's right. You were pulled into a wall of water, and the moment that the door closes, you feel the hand release from your head, and something begins swirling around you.
Yeah, I don't like this. It's not something I like.
It's it's not something you
that's
like.
a
All right.
statement.
All right. Very good. So, Sakata, you called for Jerrod. Jerrod, let's go ahead, and at this point, because we're springing right into combat, let's get initiatives right now. This is very important.
Oh boy!
That's
I love that. But the -6 is what? -3 dex?
There's no
Correct.
way. There's no way. Again, my
Hey,
initiative.
Xander, both you and I are the ones there.
Guys, look at how well we're rolling.
I'm not gonna lie. This individual encounter, the rest of these next 2 pages of this book are hell in a handbasket. If we don't have a player death, they will have blown all their blessings here. So that being said, while they're while they're rolling things, if there are any quirks, anything that you guys want to throw on, you have mere moments. You have mere moments to change that. So, Jerrod, what is your initiative, please?
Don't know just yet. I was having issues with
Not gonna lie, if I get quirks, I'm gonna be a little sad because I'm already fucked.
How are they health-wise? I don't actually know, to be honest.
Well, let's put it this way. As far as I'm concerned, on a scale of 1 to 90, I'm looking to be about an 85.
That's pretty good. Let's go from 1 to 90. I'm about a 62.
Just gonna throw a thumbs up.
All right. How are you, Balthar? All right.
He's dead.
Sakata?
He's asshole.
He's 0 out of 90. He's
Yeah,
actually
I'm all
dead.
good.
He's like, I look like an anus.
And Sakata.
Moderately solid damage to my face.
Okay. All right. So are you bloodied? That's my. I'm curious.
I'm not bloodied.
Very good.
On Sniper's scale of 1 to 90, I'm sitting down 20.
Okay, I'm all right with that. Okay. So Jerrod, what's your initiative?
13.
13. Horam, your initiative.
4.
4. Balthar.
5.
Sakata.
4.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
And Klaus.
10.
Oh god, please say that my dice are not going to be the best tonight.
Jerrod, you're first. You are immediately first. Remember, as you begin sprinting over, Sakata, what would you say to him as he's running over?
Check the door. I'm gonna go run and get the others.
And I'm coming up against this door. Can I go ahead and use knowledge engineering to see if it opens in or out, or what kind of material it's made out of?
Immediately you can tell that this is it is a mundane wooden door, but the door itself seems to be saturated, heavily saturated, and it looks to be an absolute mirror of the door that you had just seen.
All right, and it opens out or in.
You push it. It's a push.
Excellent. We're going to go ahead and kick this door down.
Sure. Remember what I had said by the descriptor. The door seems incredibly saturated.
Yeah, he just saw his party member get yanked into it. He's going to kind of like step back 5 feet
Okay.
and get some movement room and just step in and boom, try and
Go for it.
Fireman this stuff down.
Give it to me.
Surprise cameo. Meepo's on the other side. Dies instantly.
Again.
I'm assuming just a straight.
Yes, unless you wish to attack it.
Boom. 16.
That's not bad. The moment that you kick the door, as your foot connects with it, it kind of bows inward, but as it begins to bow, it seems to like recoil back, and you actually see flecks of water fly back at you.
Guys, this doesn't look good. But yeah, seeing as now, let's see. Are we counting the rush from the other door to here as part of the movement?
Yes, I will treat that as your movement.
Okay, so I can't go ahead and do a double action, so we're good. That's my turn.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just gonna be like, guys, whatever it is, it's wet.
My turn.
Love hearing that one.
Horam, as you begin to aimlessly float and slowly travel downward, courtesy of your armor, you feel something swirling, moving around you, moving at a speed of which that is incredibly unnatural, and it seems to continue, like it's circling you, almost like that of a predator. And as it begins to circle you, this tone begins to resonate through the water, like you were in. Like you were on stone, like there's not water between you, but this tonation begins to hit you.
You've come to my domain and kill my people. You'll sink to the bottom, and I will dine on you.
Klaus, you're up.
All right. I am going to make my way over to the door, double moving because it's 45 feet.
Go for it.
Yeah, it's just at this point kind of necessary.
Go for it. Go for it. As you move over, you see that it looks as if Jerrod has planted his foot in the center of the door, and flecks of water are actually like bounding back at him. Something is causing severe compression on the door itself. Like there's pressure on the opposite side.
Okay. Cantrips are free actions, right?
It just depends on the cantrip. Some of them have a free action, some of them do not.
Okay. What about open close? Wanted to give that a shot on the door.
Let's take a look.
Let me see. I might be able to pull it up.
Open close is instantaneous. So yes, you can cast that immediately. As you begin running, the moment you begin channeling this inner arcane energy of yourself, it seems to lash out at the door, and when it hits the door itself, it looks like it tries to shake at the handle, but the door is struck. There is actual pressure from the opposite side. You can tell immediately.
Mm-hmm. Well, that ain't good.
So, Klaus, you've moved, you cast a spell, and that was a double move for you, so Balthar, you're up.
Balthar is not really sure what to do, so he's gonna look back over at Jerrod and see what Jerrod's doing. He'll, like, turn over and look at him and kind of go, like, kind of like whining at him, like, what do I do?
Okay. Jerrod, actually, like, he looks back to you and he's like, pick me up and let's go! Into battle!
Alright, I'll, like, go, like, on an all fours kind of stance, and then I'll, like, lower myself so that way he can get on.
Okay. Sure. Sounds good. He will climb up. It's not going to take a lot. As he begins to climb up your muscled fur, he reaches up to your back and he's basically clenching around your shoulders.
Alrighty.
We'll say that's only that's going to be the equivalent of a move if you're going to let him do that. So you'll still be able to move 30 if you'd like to.
Yeah, but I mean, they're all at the door, right? Like they're all
Correct.
trying to get out. I mean, yeah, he wouldn't really have much else to do or think about, so he'll move to 30.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to give you control of Jerrod since he's going to be on your shoulders.
No problem.
You have control of him, so feel free to move at your leisure. Sakata, you're up.
Is there any way I can help Jerrod with the door?
How would you like to help him?
You were kicking it, right, Jerrod?
Mm-hmm.
He was, in
Just
fact,
getting
yes.
Water in your face?
Yeah, I mean, from the kick, water flecked back out, so it's obviously wet like a sponge.
Could I try hitting it with my scythe that has gold? Freeze it so we can break?
Your scythe has cold?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Sure, go ahead. Give it to me.
Sniper, I'm assuming you'd allow me to.
Oh yeah, I'd go ahead and move aside for you. Go ahead.
Don't be shy, fan.
I believe in you. Make it count.
I just said roll 1d6. That's not how I do that.
That's very good. You will, in fact, connect with the door. Give me some damage.
The 1d6 is the goal.
Okay, the 1d6. Well, which... Oh, gotcha, the one on the outside.
The single D6.
Alright, it seems to have limited effect. However, as you make a rippled slice across the door itself, you see that water is not exactly bursting from the door, but some of it seems to slip into the crack, the rivulet that you made, and it's starting to, like, just slowly drip down.
Turn to the rest of the group and say, so what now?
I'm going to say, break the door down.
Yeah.
It comes out more like...
No, Jerrod's going to be like, he's going to point Sakata and Klaus out, and he's going to be like, all of you start getting the other door. I'll go ahead and continue working on this one. Whichever one busts open, that'll go ahead and keep at least somebody from getting washed away.
All right, Horam, did you have anything else that you wanted to do? That you wanted to try
I'm
to do?
completely disoriented from position.
No. Like, remember, you're still head up. It's not like you're floating in space.
Yeah, no, yeah. I just wanted to know if, like, have you ever been rapidly pulled underwater? You kind of forget which way's up for a couple seconds.
That makes sense. That does, in fact, make sense.
I just want to know if I know which way I came from. General direction.
You are not entirely sure, especially with the way that the water is moving around you.
And the fact that it's jet black and you can't see anything.
Yeah, it's more of remembering which way I got pulled from, not as much as being able to see anything. But in that case, I'm just going to try and stay here and, like, I want to try and listen to see where things are around me, because I can't see.
Okay, I need to read this to you guys so you're aware of this, alright? Creatures flailing about in water, which usually is indicative of a failed swim check, have a hard time fighting effectively. Off-balance creatures lose its dexterity bonus to armor class, and opponents gain +2 on attacks against you. A creature with freedom of movement or effects in which their swim speed is encouraged for grapple checks underwater, you'll take a -2 penalty, but you'll deal damage normally when grappling if that happens. A successful swim check lets a creature move 1/4 its speed as a move action, or 1/2 its speed as a full round. Creatures have firm footing when walking along the bottom, braced against a ship's hull or the like. A creature can only walk along the bottom if it wears or carries enough weight to weigh itself down, which is at least 16 pounds for medium-sized creatures. Don't worry, that's not too hard for most of you.
No, I'm a little over 16 pounds.
Fire? Fire will have very minimal effect underwater. Spellcasting underwater. Casting spells while submerged can be difficult for those who cannot breathe underwater. A creature that cannot breathe underwater must make a concentration check of DC 15 plus spell level to cast any spells underwater. Creatures that can breathe water are unaffected, and they move as per normally. If you have a ranged attack, thrown weapons are completely ineffective underwater, even when they're launched from the hand. Attacks with other ranged weapons take a -2 penalty on attack rolls for every 5 feet of water it passes through, in addition to normal penalties for range. Alright, so you guys have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen here. Horam, you've done lots of burbling. And you said that you've basically floated to the bottom at this point.
Yep, I kind of want to just, like, listen, if I can, to where things are coming from.
Okay.
It's real hard, because it's hard to find location in a place that sound travels faster than it does in air.
True. This is in fact true. But at the same time, you can hear this with clarity. Like I said, this sounds as if you were standing right next to this person on a flat surface that wasn't water. So it sounds abnormal to you. It's almost swelling inside of your head. It's very strange.
Does it sound like it's coming from all around me or from a specific direction?
It's moving. It certainly is moving.
Then I want to try and face it if I can do so.
He wants to try to face it. Okay. It seems to be moving to just in front of you, so currently of your position, you may be able to face that. I'm going to go ahead and move your character to where this would be.
Well, I can't see anything, so I mean...
That's
no
fine.
big deal.
Not a problem. Alright, so, top of the initiative, Jerrod, what you got?
All right. So, having gone ahead and tell him what I want to do, here's the thing. I know what action I want to take. I want to go ahead and actually do a power attack vital strike on the door.
Go for
I
it.
want to wait until the rest of them actually move aside. So, I think that would actually be me holding my action until
That's
everyone steps aside.
That is correct. That is in fact correct. All right, so... Alright, so you want to cast that, correct? Or no, excuse me, you wanted to wait for everyone to move, so you're going to hold an action. Just let me know where you want to move, or when you want to move, and we can make that so.
Basically, this is where I'm going to be. So, I'm just waiting for everyone else to move out the way, like I said.
Sounds good. Guys, if you're watching here, can I get some words? Let's get a rip. Can we get a rip and pepperonis out there? If you guys are out there and you're concerned, let's get something, anything out there from anyone. I need to see people active in this chat right now. Pull me from the depths of despair as I find out what this spell does.
Pull me from the depths of despair.
The rips are coming out. The rips. Let's see what that does.
I hope you realize, Annie, that I'm doing more for you than you did for me when I was drowning in water. So, yeah, we're going to go
When you
ahead.
jump in and drown to death, I'm going to say thank you. But you're dead now. And that's what happens when a guy in full plate armor tries to swim. And I tried to tell him that, but he didn't listen.
For 2 caster levels, that's okay.
Also, Bob, you should read the price instead.
Just out for a rip, are you?
Yeah, just up for a rip for sure. If that's a door to the elemental plane of water and not just a magic, yeah, that's a full rip. It could be. Very well could be. All right, so, Innie, I'm going to need you to make a save. It's a will. Will for half. Give me a will save.
Will, what are you saving me?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Okay,
Casting pledge, let it happen.
I'll roll it real quick.
He's still debating.
I forgot I had macros. 23. Also, I have 5 lightning energy resistance because of
That's
being paladin. If that has anything to do with anything.
2, 3. Caster level. You actually failed. I'm actually really surprised. That's a huge save. I was not anticipating that high. You failed by 1. Rip.
Ooh.
You
Yeah,
are
that
struck,
is-
sir.
Something's ripping.
In this situation, sir, you feel a cold and cloying miasma of greasy darkness begin to swell over your person. And as this happens...
That's a lot of damage.
Take 32 points of damage as you're
That's a
struck.
lot of damage.
As you're struck with an unholy blight. An unholy blight falls over your person.
Into my home, killing my people. You'll drown here, and I'll wade over your bones for millennia still.
Okay.
Fuck.
Klaus, you're up.
Do I have to be?
I mean, kind of semi-important.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to this other door and just try it, I guess. See if it opens.
Okay, when you move over to the door, it appears to be stuck. Like I had explained before, this door seems to be stuck here. It doesn't look like it's locked. There doesn't seem to be a locking mechanism, but it seems to be like swollen, and it's like wedged in spot. Time to leave Horam behind. Rip.
I debated it. I debated it really hard.
That's when I come back with the end boss, and I end up being a fish creature, and you guys are like, hey, decision.
ADC, stay in the back. Klaus,
Horam
stop
ends
getting
up
caught out
turning
of
into
position.
Davy Jones.
Anti-paladin. I turn into the Davy Jones, the anti-paladin.
Rip.
So I guess we can just
So, Klaus, you've
I mean,
technically moved. So you came from your position, you walked around, and that is your max move. You tested the door, but did you still want to do anything? Like, I'm not gonna have you lose your additional actions because of this.
I mean, I guess I could just start hitting it, see if it breaks. But
Smack it.
that's about my best guess. So yeah,
Of all the people to do a strength check,
I mean, I'm
Mr.
gonna.
At 20.
Can I take a 5 foot back and just start throwing my chakram at it? See if I can cut a deep enough hole in it for it to just buckle.
Yeah.
If you want to
Technically,
cut
you
it, you
can.
have to use words.
You can, in fact. Go for it.
All right. Here goes. Let's see what's my range bonus on this. There we go.
Yeah, double crit. Let's go, Chakram.
It's never let him down before.
See about that.
That's a
Shit.
crit.
You
Technically,
see
that's all crit.
about
Roll
that.
that beautiful table.
Yeah, let's say D100.
Right?
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Is there any good ones on that table, Bub?
No, it's a fumble. It's a
77.
fumble table. Of course, there are no good ones.
I know, but I'm hoping like there's like 100 is nothing wrong goes wrong, and it happens like a normal
I think there
attack,
is like
but
one or
Holy
two
shit.
where nothing goes wrong.
Okay, you actually have an option here. Well, let's find out. Let's find out.
That's not good.
30, 35. Nope. Wait, where did Sakata go?
I'm right here.
Then where's Jerrod?
He's hiding behind me.
On my screen, you're in front of the door, good sir. Here.
He's not on my. Oh, okay.
On my
Look,
screen,
hold on,
neither
on
of
my
you
screen.
were there.
This is
All
I
right.
can't
So
see anything.
77 says, with friends like these, roll an attack against an ally closest to you.
Closest. I mean, who do you think?
That one.
Yeah, it's gotta be me. It's gonna be me.
All right. I mean, I don't think it's gonna hit you, but
I don't think so
here
either.
goes.
Watch him nat 20.
Of course,
Oh,
of
you
all
almost got
times.
18.
It
All right.
almost stopped on 18, but
No.
As you whip this, you release too early. It's been a long time since you've used this weapon, and the last time that you can really recall using it, bad things happened with Ambarda. So as you release your
didn't
weapon
hit
a
like
little
a
too early,
motherfucker.
it seems to bounce off of the wall in the back of the statue before it connects with your ally's back, and then zip, returning back to your hand.
At which point, Jerrod turns around, kind of just stares at him and goes, I know where you sleep, fucker.
mistake, my bad.
Balthar! Balthar, you're
All
up.
right. I want to take a look around. Do a perception to see if there's any other way. I mean, I'm already kind of observing these two guys knocking at the door and nothing's happening. Is there any other like holes or anything I could look for?
No, there's nothing that you're aware of. There's no, like, archery position. They're all trying to get into the doors, and they're struggling. Before I go a whole lot further, I need to know the Constitution of Inyu. What is your Constitution score?
InYou's Constitution's pretty good.
How about Horam's?
Less. 16 is his score.
All right.
What's on it? +3?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this now because you basically stood still for your round. You have double your Constitution when you're not moving, immersed in water before you drown. If you start moving, flailing, swimming, and you do not reach a surface, it's equal to your con score. So right now, you are 1 round in.
32.
So you currently are sitting at 31 immovable rounds.
That's actually quite some time.
You're right, it is quite some time, which is why this could be horrifying. Balthar, you're struggling to see any vantage point. You still haven't taken your action. What do you have for me?
I mean, more or less, it's going to be kind of me going off of Jerrod's command. I mean, my character's still not too smart to know what to do right now. So I don't know if me seeing the doors locked would kick in a survival instinct to go somewhere else, or if I'm just listening to the dude who's riding shotgun.
So the dude who's riding shotgun.
I
you
wouldn't
can.
stop. Yeah.
He wants to listen to the guy who's riding on top.
All right, so you're basically waiting for Jerrod to command you.
More or less, yeah.
All right, well the door is blocked. Jerrod would probably say, "Wait, fool, wait! They'll get through the door soon enough, and then we can unleash real magic."
All right, I'll kind of just look up at him and just, I guess, nod, and I'll hold my turn until either something punches through the door or something, I guess, shows up that's not supposed to be here.
Okay. Sakata.
Following Jerrod's request, I'm just going to casually go over here.
Casually.
Okay.
Just gonna strut and stroll.
Yeah, that's in 30 feet. I'm going to attack the door.
Sure, go for it. That's gonna hit. As you swing your scythe in, give me some damage.
Do I have to roll the 1d6 against myself when it's a wood object, or is it only when I hit?
It's whenever you strike. You are striking. Vicious is going to allow you to put out damage every time, and then you have to take damage each time against yourself. Luckily, you're rolling. I figured you were rolling in this scenario. So, as you plant your scythe into the door, it seems to strike, and as you're basically your weapon wedges itself in the door, you can see water is beginning to trickle down the end of the whatever your edgy blade name is that I can't seem to remember.
Apathy's razor.
Yeah, that too. Apathy's razor. It seems. Well, I mean, you could have renamed it, but who am I to judge?
I like the name.
Edgy Blade 2.0. Very good. It seems to be wedged into the door. You'll need to make a strength check on your next turn in order to remove it. You are unable to break the door. Jerrod, I'm assuming you'll take your turn now.
Yes. Now that I've got everybody cleared out the way, we're gonna go ahead and roll that beautiful Vital Strike power attack.
Go for it.
All right. And with my modified roll, it's going to be...
My tiny penis should be your sword's name. Oh.
I'll bring out my scythe, edgy as the Lord.
Okay,
Aim the sight edge harvester.
does that hit a door?
It does, in fact. Give me damage.
All right, and taking off the missing damage, that comes to pretty sickening levels. All right. Wow. Okay. As you bring your enormous weapon down, it's falchion, correct? Yeah, he just grips on, takes a moment, braces, and right at the door.
As your weapon connects, it seems to split this in twine. Where it cuts down the middle, it seems to, like, visibly shatter bits of this. Like a dull axe almost begins splitting this down. And as it connects with the stone flooring where this pedestal is mounted, this enormous statue, you see the door, instead of actually bursting outward from the pressure of the water, it seems to be caught by the water and slowly gets pulled in.
So the door just flew inside this wall of water.
Instead of, like, it wasn't incredibly fast, no, but you can tell that it is water because your blade is wet.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just pantomime the Jerrod what the fuck phase.
Okay, alright. So, you technically have the move action. What to do?
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and back up 10 feet. Just kind of, here I go, and run straight into it. He's going to go ahead and, like, shoulder charge this wall.
9 3/4.
I hope you end
Okay.
up drowning right next to him, and you're just sitting next to him and going. Blah, blah, blah.
Alright, as you begin to leap in, can you see your character?
I can currently see my character.
How about now?
I can currently see my character.
Can you see anybody else's character?
Yes, I can go ahead and see Horam's.
Okay, well,
You can see Horam's character.
If you say I shouldn't be able to see him, that's fine.
you shouldn't be able to see him.
Well, no, I can play it that he does not see him.
No, yeah, you're not going to be able to see him.
Yeah, and I'm instantly going to regret not asking for somebody to tether me with a rope, so... Yeah, it's going to be like... Blub.
You find that the moment that your body connects with the darkness, that your whole body is immersed in this this room temperature water. Like, it's not cool down here by any means. It's already been incredibly moist, and the further that you seem to get down into the earth, it's been getting warmer and warmer. So yeah, it's a very warm water. It's roughly body temperature. I mean, it's probably just a little hotter. You don't feel like you're floating.
Horam pissed in the pool.
Oh God. Yes, it's true.
Pool
It's
is my piss.
that's true. This is Carta. Bloody just comes out of nowhere, and all.
All here is moist.
So, Jerrod, now that you're there, Horam, you're up. You feel something splash and move in the water behind you, unnaturally so. Way less than what you had experienced before. The thing that had been swimming around you, speaking to you, that's hit you with this cold, cloying, darkened miasma, it's moving naturally in the water.
Okay.
This
so
splash
I'm-
comes from something totally unfamiliar.
Yeah, no. The ungraceful splash leads me to believe that my teammates are actually coming to save me for once, instead of pushing me into the pool and letting me drown.
I don't know what you're talking about. Who would do that? What a dick move. That's probably an asshole.
Yeah, he's dead now, so it doesn't matter anyways.
Oh, that's good.
I want to try and like slowly back up towards him, hoping that it's Klaus trying to cast fly on me so I can get out of here. But it's probably not going to be. But I'm hoping it is.
All right, so give me, if you will, please, a... Oh, man. So you're just going to reach out in that direction, then?
I'm on the floor, right?
You're not, like, lying down, but
Like-
you are...
No, I mean like I'm touching the ground.
Yes.
I want to try and like back up towards the doorway, or wherever this splash came from. I don't even know what that was.
Okay. Then go ahead and back up.
I don't know which way I'm going.
All right.
Towards where Jerrod came from.
Yes. You can still feel the water that's actually moving. As you begin to move into it, it kind of starts to pull your body in that direction. So that's... Well, it's technically only a 5-foot step. You're still in the water and you move at quarter speed.
Yeah, that's not fast. But So I have a general idea of where this enemy is, right?
Yes. Yes, you
I want to
do.
try and strike it without striking Jerrod. Or
All
my
right.
ally that jumped into the water, from what I assume.
Okay. All right. So then let's see what you got.
Do you just want me to roll an attack?
Let's go with yeah, go ahead and give me an attack.
I'm just gonna check my macros to be sure they're right. Oh, they are right.
Remember-
Last time.
Oh, hold on. Before that happens, you need to roll a d4.
Okay.
That's a fucking wildly huge attack. It's terrifying. You were considered sickened for 1 minute, so you'll need to look up the sickened feature.
Is it a disease?
No.
It is not.
Okay. Then it might
Sickened
affect.
basically means that you're about to go ahead and blow chunks. Please don't do that in the pool.
Please don't vomit in the water.
Same in
Oh
pool.
god.
Sickened,
All right.
You take -2 on attack rolls, damage rolls, and saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. So, everything.
So everything.
Remember, as you swing out, because you're in water, you're going to take a negative. You're going to take a negative to your swing outward because of the water. So no, actually, as you swing out, you will have 0 effect.
Okay. Can I make a move? A move action? Or was my attack in my 5 foot my full round?
I will. You can. I'll allow you to still move. Yes, you can do that.
Okay. Knowing where he came from the splash, can I try and like get through the doorway somehow? Or did I fall down from where the doorway was?
You can tell that you floated downward, and you can't immediately tell how far. The accuracy of yourself in water is quite low.
Yeah, it's not high. So I kind of just want to get close to where the splash came from.
Okay, you feel like you were in it. You were in the splash zone.
Then I'm gonna stay here, and I'm gonna try and like take a half guard.
All right.
That's called. I forget what it's called right now.
The water continues to swirl around both of you, Jerrod and Horam, and as it continues to move in an undulating way, it makes you feel almost as if the water is alive. And as the water seems to move in tumult around you, the voice both of you hear, Jerrod, you're included in this.
You're in my domain now, and you shall stay.
So, with that, I need to know your Flatfoot ACs, please.
Flatfoot AC is 21.
Also 21.
Also, 21.
Heavy armor bros, yeah.
Can we high five underwater, even though we don't know where each other are?
Jerrod, I think I'm gonna need from you. Let's see here. Give me a fortitude save, Jerrod.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, he's gonna transform. Street sharks.
Hopefully not.
Tell me what you
Never
get.
mind.
Nat 20.
Wow, very good. Very, very good.
I am invincible!
You feel something move over your body. It seems almost slimy, and it's like writhing like one of the leeches were before. But as this seems to move, you feel this like cold kind of sap at your body. But your fortitude has you resist this. Something really horrible could have happened there in the situation. Luckily, you were able to resist. And from outside, let's see if I can find this. Hold on, I gotta zoom in here. Where did that go, actually? Well.
I'm assuming we're looking for something that's bad for me?
Yes. Yes, I am looking for something that's bad for you.
We'd be just as happy if you didn't find it.
I know, I figured.
It's okay, you can stop looking, bud.
I'm not gonna stop. I'll never stop.
I know, can't stop, won't stop.
No, Teak. I want to wait until I get another pet.
Okay. I need a perception, please, from Sakata, from Balthar, and from Klaus.
Okay. Nope.
What? 31.
Balthar, you will certainly hear it.
28.
Klaus, you will hear it as well. Because you were able to hear this, is this in the water with them? Negative. This is coming from a different direction. Klaus, because you will be able to hear this, you will in fact not be caught flat-footed. What is your AC?
Not high enough. Whatever you're throwing at me.
High enough, he says.
It is
Okay.
16. So you'll have a real hard time breaking that.
Oh yeah, no, they barely broke
It's
it.
a real hard time.
Good thing you weren't caught flat-footed. Oh, it's got rough there.
Yeah.
I'm almost glad
That
to be
could've
in
been bad.
the water at this point.
That's a lot of die.
22,
That's
31. That's 31 points of damage, and you will also take 8 more fire.
Oh, about that.
3 arrows
No, it
come
doesn't down me,
down.
but it hurts like a motherfucker.
3 arrows come down over the top of you as you were pelted by each of these. When you turned to look, because you had heard what it was, but you didn't see, the flying woman seems to have reappeared with her flaming bow, unleashing a torrent of arrows over the top of you. That is my round.
Ow.
Klaus, you are up.
Concentration check for spellcasting, I assume?
Yes, you will need to be... Oh, this is going to be a lot.
Yeah, it will. Because it's
What are the chances of you succeeding? Because you took 31 plus 8, so
Yeah,
39,
Well,
49.
I think concentration for spellcasting is only if he's actively doing something that involves concentration. He should be able to go ahead and cast a spell, no problem at this point, because it's after he's taken the damage.
But it's still in the same round, is my issue here. Because I actually file off the same round. Let me take a quick look.
Because it's, what, it's spell level plus damage taken plus...
Plus
what else?
10.
Oh, yeah, there's no way. There's just no way I would break that unless I hit a nat 20. So I'm thinking maybe not spellcasting.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, no, because I can't cast and attack in the same turn, which is really unfortunate.
If you take damage while attempting to cast a spell, or in the same round, you must make a concentration check of DC of 10 plus damage taken plus the level of the spell you're casting. If you fail the check, you lose the spell without effect.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw him a chakra matter because
Okay.
Oh,
I
what? Come on, man.
cannot.
You can beat 44.
Yeah.
It's much
Oh,
higher
yeah,
than that, actually.
let me,
It's 22, 31, it's 39, it's
it would be
49.
49 plus spell level. So yeah,
It'd be over 50.
You got this. You got this.
you know, I could roll like a 5 and it would match it.
Yeah,
You know, just saying.
It looks like the jungler and support need to do something. Xander and his sorcerer.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god! Wow!
Fucking
Oh my
D100.
god. You got Leah's dice
I
tonight.
was about to say he's making me proud of those.
That's an 88 because apparently
Let's-
I can't help but get doubles.
Swear to God, if you get me, I'm gonna be upset and probably dead. Also, I realized-
slap-
I'm probably dead.
Slapstick miss. The attack deals damage to you instead of the target.
Oh, thank God.
Great. So you want me to roll damage and kill myself? Because I can do that.
I mean, you shouldn't be able to kill yourself, but
About that.
let's see what you
Remember
got.
that part earlier
Do you
where I
remember
said
that? Remember that part where I took con damage, and
yes.
my con is now 9, and if I go
Yes.
to -9, I die like permanently.
Mm.
I'm hoping for low rolls. So here comes
If you
damage.
just- if you chop your
Bear in mind, viewers, this is your opportunity to save Klaus. There are 3 heals per stream.
Oh god, that's 9 exactly, but I had some HP. I wasn't unconscious, so not dead yet. Getting real close though, like real close.
So you're at negative what again?
I am currently at -4.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, so I've got
Unlikely reaction as you throw your chakram. This time you attempt to release it at the right time. However, it was a bit late. It seems to spin off your fingers and catch you in your own face. In the face! And you take 9 points of damage. Some of that electrical, some of that, you know, just flat blade. Things seem to be going a little rough. Cruel tactics and Mr. Skeledoot.
So
It's looking a
Klaus
little
just
rough
knocked
right now.
himself the fuck out.
Yes, in fact. He's covered in
actually
fiery
just slit my
arrows.
jugular.
He's covered in fiery arrows and he's bleeding out from his own weapon.
See, I can only imagine this being worse as if you actually did end up killing yourself, and it's just one swift, guys, I got this! Chuck it at the wall, bounces.
What?
Straight off. Like, what did you do?
A true hero's ending.
It's looking a lot rough, it really is.
He cuts his own
Balthar.
head off and it drops on the ground. Thwomp, it comes back into his hand.
Balthar, you're up.
Seeing as I was able to see her, as I turn around, I'll pop 2 shots off at her with my rapid shot.
So Lucien actually brought up something that I didn't think about, which
What's
is
that?
that I have DR20 electricity, and
Oh,
the
so
D6
then-
on that is electricity. So
So you're
I'm
at 0.
a little bit better off. Yeah, I'm at
You're
0.
at 0. All right.
I'm
The moment that you take
You're not
you'll
bleeding,
be
though.
I'll be standing for one more round. Yeah.
yeah you
Right.
as long as you don't
That's
take
how it
a hostile action, you will be considered like basically wavering.
Finish.
First hit,
Quick, Will, throw a
a
chart.
rapid shot.
Yeah. Oh
27.
shit. Yes, that will connect.
Second shot with rapid. 22.
Jesus. Bugbear's more dexterous than I am.
Yeah.
He has paws.
This would be the second shot for my base attack. And then the third shot from, I think it's many shot was the other one.
That's you from many shot. That's not how that works.
I'm sorry,
Many shot-
rapid shot makes, I get an extra attack at -2 my attack roll.
Correct.
Yeah, and then there's
And
many shot, that's 2 arrows from the first shot on the full.
So it gives
That-
you 1 extra die of damage.
No, it's extra arrows, guys. It's literally mini shot allows him to throw extra arrows. When he declares rapid shot into mini shot is throwing more arrows. It's not throwing more damage. I mean, it is if he hits, but these are additional arrows that he's got to roll for. He's got to see if he hits.
What I'm doing. Yeah, so these are the first 2 is my first attack. The second one is my second base attack, and then there's the third attack that I get at the -2.
When making a full attack action with a bow, your first attack fires 2 arrows. If the attack hits, both arrows hit. Apply precision-based damage, such as sneak attack, and critical hit damage only once. Damage bonuses from using a composite bow with a high strength bonus apply to each arrow. Okay, so your mini shot. So then you're looking
So
at...
it's just 1 shot, then that counts for both. Okay.
So we only have to roll once, not twice.
Correct.
Yeah, so be the first shot, which was 27. That one hits. So both
Yes,
of those
and then-
arrows hit. And then the second
and then-
shot would be the 27.
Yeah.
So then they both hit.
And
Okay.
the
And then the
19.
third shot from the last one.
Correct.
So all 3 hit.
Yes. I think that's accurate. Let me look real quick.
All
I don't think I don't think she's got very high AC, but I think she's got a lot of hit points. Yeah, those will all hit.
Okay. First.
Some Keek is donating right now. He needs heals. Let's see this table and see what's happening.
9.
Give me total damage,
hit.
please.
Okay. We're at 18.
He gets 3 attacks around.
No, it's
He
a
gets 2
it's a
attacks,
feature.
But one of his attacks is rapid shot, which allows him to attack twice in one attack movement.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So 3 total, and the 4th roll was for his.
Ronald, I'm gonna want to talk to you about this a bit later because rapid shot and mini shot paired together actually fire off a lot more arrows than I think you're aware of. Let's see here. Klaus, you're going to heal 19. Divine Justice pours down upon you as some Keek heals you with a Cure Serious.
Tasty.
Tasty, in fact. You will heal to 19. How much damage was that total, Balthar?
It was 18.
18 total damage. Very good. And is that... Oh, okay. I've got you. I got you. Sakata!
From next would actually be Jerrod if he actually has...
Jerrod's, that's right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, Sakata, keep going. I have to read what this spell does.
First I wanted to make it aware that I lied earlier when I said that I wasn't bloodied. I thought that I had it written as I was minus 20, like I had taken 20 damage. I was actually at 20.
Oh!
I'm a lot closer to dead than I let on. I realized this as I took the damage and I rolled for it and I said, oh! I don't add to this number, I subtract from this number. Either way, I'm gonna pull my scythe out of the door. I assume it's a strength check?
Yes. Yes, please.
And I roll a 3. Love it.
That is not enough. That is not enough.
Can I expend my action to do it once more?
Yes, you can. This will take your standard. Even or odd in your favor.
Odd.
Odd it is. You've got your weapon.
Fantastic.
Jerrod, you're up.
All right. So, my first question is, being that I am a wereshark, do I get an increase to my perception when I'm in water?
You will, in fact.
All right.
But you're not gonna have like shark senses. That's not how that works in this situation.
No. There's way too much blood, and most of it's my own.
Automatically echoes over.
Oh God.
But no, seeing as I'm floating in the water, Jerrod would want to stow his weapon because it is not going to do him a damn bit of good down here. And he's going to want to try and get a sense as to where he is in relation to everything else. He wants to try and see if he can sense through the water. So that would be perception check, right?
Yes, please. Give me perception.
All right, and how much?
No, Teak does not have over 300k.
No, that's Tits.
Tits McGitz has over 300,000.
And how much of an extra perception do I get for being in the water?
4. You'll gain 4, actually.
Okay, so with what I currently have, that gets me a... Not great.
Yeah, that's missing an extra 0 for it to be above Tits.
Oh.
That's not bad, but you have an area. You believe that you have an area of where you're currently being attacked.
So yeah, once I have my weapon stowed, I'm going to want to go ahead and try and grapple whatever is nearby attacking me.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me a grapple attempt.
All right. So that is combat bonus. For the record, I cannot wait until I get my strength back. 26.
26. You make a grapple attempt outward. Let's go. All right, so Give me a 40% chance. Please, give me a 40%.
Let's go...
Give me 40% range.
Let's go 30-70.
He's got it.
Okay, as you reach out, attempting to grapple, you swing your hands out as you begin to float downward. Unbeknownst to you, as you're swinging out, your left hand grabs in, hooks into something that you can't tell if it was immediately attacking you or not, but you know that something had touched you. When you reach out, you feel metal, and it seems to move against you. Do you continue pulling upon this?
Yep.
Okay, when you pull upon it, you realize that it is a medium-sized creature, and your best guess from the way that it feels immediately is it's probably your ally.
That's fine. Am I able to... Well, no. Damn it. I don't have rope or anything on me. I have literally nothing on me. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of, now that I know where he is, just kind of keep him by me.
Okay,
I've got rope
all
in
right.
my backpack.
Well, a lot of good it does in there. But yeah, at that point, that is half my... No, that's pretty much my action. I suppose I'll go ahead and take a half defensive from here on.
Sure, okay. Sounds good. Horam, you're up.
What I feel is Sniper getting all touchy-feely with me. I'm assuming I would feel it.
You would definitely feel it. It doesn't seem to be taking any hostile actions against you. As he wraps up into your arm, he seems to realize what he's doing, and it's not like he releases you, but he's got a hand on you still to stabilize himself and realize where he's at. What do you do, Horam?
I'm figuring now that since it's unlike any other thing that's happened to me so far, and that the violent thrashing of something that I was assuming was my ally is now hooked into my arm, I'm not gonna try and attack it. I want to try and figure out where it came from. So, like, up from behind me, I'm assuming. And I want to try and, like, get my grounds and then take a full defensive in my position.
All right.
Until
I need to
Jerrod
know,
really wants to do it.
Jerrod, what is your constitution, please?
My con is 14 at the moment. Or wait, hold on. No, after the temporary debuff, which never got healed, I think I'm at 10 con.
Whoa, that's rough.
Yeah, you know that
Okay.
ability score damage that was.
Yeah, that'll do, pig. That will do. Seems good. Okay, Horam, you take your full defensive. My turn. On my round, Jerrod will finally unleash a spell as he seems to be kind of foiling around in his like own sleeve. From the top of your shoulders, Balthar, you feel that he kind of like arcs his body up almost like a Kamehameha wave. But as his hands come up, you see this like almost this dark pulsating flame, not burning bright like a fire would be, but it seems to be like a tar or like a char that seems to be emanating. And as it flies, it moves in an arc. Let's see if it's going to connect.
Using Amaterasu.
That's actually going to connect, which is awesome. You needed that to connect. As this thing basically pours over her body, it seems to rain down, as opposed to like fire where it initially begins to burn up. This thing starts to rain down like coals over her body. And where it hits, it begins to burn, but it's like a blackened fire, and her feathers over her shoulders begin to burn up as well. And as this begins to happen, she begins to call out loud. You guys can actually hear her say, "Hellfire!" She yells out "Hellfire" loudly over the open. I don't want to necessarily call it ad nauseum here. Not quite a gymnasium, if you will, but this place of prayer. It seems that Jerrod has something up his sleeve as he's released Hellfire atop this creature. But with the rest of my round, guess who she's going to fire upon? As she begins to slowly descend to the ground. Let's see.
Well,
Boom. That's gonna hit.
Oh wait, did she take damage from that or no? Not yet.
She will. She will take damage. But I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. I'm just gonna write it down. Oh shit. Roll to confirm.
That's the
Confirms.
opposite.
Yeah, that's actually really bad.
something tells me Jerrod's not about to have a good day.
No.
Okay, this is the first arrow. Second arrow. Yeesh. This is the third arrow, and this is the crit. Oh my god. Plus fire?
Uh-oh. That looks like death.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys got to go ahead and do something about this chick.
As the arrows begin soaring from her, as she's like basically flying, not flying, but like she's starting to drop down from the ground, this hellfire begins to erupt over her wings, and she begins to basically fall in place. But as she descends, she pops off 3 more arrows, and as they connect with Jerrod, he takes 2 in the left shoulder, and then 1 connects right between the eyes, and Jerrod goes down. He dies.
Oh shit.
So that round just one-shot one of our mages.
Yep. That would
Jerrod
one-shot
is
any
dead.
of us, I think, besides Xander.
So how
And
much damage?
inside, Jerrod
Yeah,
took
that's
over
a lot.
70 points of damage.
That would,
Yeah.
that would one-shot me too.
Dang.
All right, Klaus, do the same thing. Tell her. Tell us what 70 points of damage looks like.